Hey everyone, my name is Jacob, and I'll show you real quick inside of the Podflow app how to use the prompt modification feature. When you're looking at a piece of content, so for instance, in this case, we're in the quotes, titles, and summaries tab. We're looking at some title suggestions. You can click this modify button right here, and it will allow you to modify the content that is seen on the screen, is generated. So you can choose to make it shorter, longer, more casual, more professional, or you can regenerate the original. These are all suggested modifications, the ones that are more typical. Or you can enter a custom modification. We'll start by making it more casual. We'll let that generate. And you can see I've tried this 9 times. So you can go backward and forward between the prompts, the different modifications you've made. So on this modification, the 9th one, we can hover over this question mark and see the modification that we made. Make this more casual. This was the original content, and the content that appears after it's finished generating is the more casual version of the original content. In this case, we have more casual titles. I also kind of just want a shorter title. So I'll go ahead and say, I'll pull up, I already wrote this down. So I'll pull up, make each title suggestion be less than 6 words is what I want to do. So I can enter a custom modification here and click enter, and then that will generate. And so in just a couple seconds, we'll see the shorter versions of these casual titles, right? And so what I see most often is people are editing the titles and the show note description because those are the most common. Really, you can edit anything. It will do a pretty good job editing and listening to your feedback. And so I'll go through a more complex but reasonable example. In this case, this whole episode right here that you're looking at is for a tutorial on labeling speakers. So in this case, I was creating the SEO description that I was going to use on YouTube. And because usually we're looking at podcasts, it was trying to put the emphasis on the person that was speaking. And in this case, I want the emphasis to be on the new feature that I'm introducing. And so the prompt that I used was make this focus less on Jacob and more on the Podflow app that Jacob is using to change the speaker labels, which is the new feature. So I just gave it a little more context, and I gave it a little bit more direction on what I wanted for this description, and actually did a great job modifying it. Stopped talking about Jacob and started talking about speaker identification and how it is used inside of the Podflow app. It says the Podflow app utilized by content creators like Jacob simplifies this process by allowing for easy labeling of speakers. So it just nailed that, and I actually put this right into the YouTube description. You can see if you were to go look at the video that was posted for the tutorial on labeling speakers. And that's one use case that I found. I think most of the time it's things like creating a new summary, or for instance, if you use this prompt studio feature and create your own piece of content, you would probably do some tweaking. Maybe you'd want to change the length or the format of the response. Maybe you'd want to make it shorter. Maybe you'd want to make it a bullet pointed list, that type of thing. So that's the prompt modification feature. Cheers.